This week on GC Unboxing, we have a particularly timely product because we've been talking a lot recently about indoor training. Now, whether that's doing structured intervals on your own or making the most of the time that you have available to you by using software like Trainer Road or Zwift Workouts, or indeed just enjoying riding around on Zwift, indoor training has never been more popular than it is now. And it's not that much of a surprise really, because of products like this. The Elite Drivo, a cutting-edge smart trainer that takes indoor riding to a whole other level. If you don't have one already, then this could be your lucky day, because in the tradition of GC Unboxing, after we've unboxed and had a really close look at the tech, we are going to give this trainer away to one jammy GCN viewer. Potentially you. That's right. All you got to do is enter the competition that I'm going to tell you about a little bit later. But for now, let's unbox. You ready? Ooh. Wow, that is a serious bit of kit. The first thing you might notice is the weight. Generally speaking, weight in trainers is a good thing, as long as it's concentrated in the right place though, and that place being the flywheel. Heavier flywheels normally meaning that you will get a more road-like feel because there's more inertia to it. This one has a 6 kilogram flywheel, so that's pretty punchy. Then the second thing you'll notice is that it is a direct drive trainer. So you fit a cassette on here, you take the back wheel out of your bike and then clamp your frame directly into it. It'll fit both 135 quick releases, so like a standard one, and then if I rummage around in this bag of tricks, also 142mm through axles as well. There are a number of advantages to direct drive trainers. Firstly, they are particularly well suited to explosive and really hard intervals, or actually something like a race on Zwift, where you're going to be accelerating really hard and there is therefore no possibility for your tyre to slip on a roller, which can sometimes happen on the other type. And then, of course, there is no tyre to wear out on a roller as well. So that also is a cheeky little bonus. The heart of the trainer is the resistance, and this is provided by an electronically managed magnetic unit. So basically, you plug the Drivo into the mains and it will happily generate up to 2,000 watts of resistance at 35k an hour. Or it will also simulate gradients of up to 24%. Now, I'm not entirely sure why you would choose to ride up gradients of 24%, but if you wish, it is an option. The way the unit actually works also, I'm told, makes it very, very quiet. So the chances are the loudest thing in the room is probably going to be your breathing, or possibly whimpering actually, if you did go for that 24% gradient. You can alter the resistance of the unit either by downloading the Elite app onto your phone or your tablet and then connecting up to the trainer via Bluetooth, or you use the AMP Plus connectivity to connect up to something like a Garmin head unit. And then once you are connected up, you can either set the trainer to hold you to a specific wattage regardless of your cadence, although I do warn you now, that has the potential of being absolutely brutal. Or, more conventionally perhaps, you ask the trainer to mimic a certain gradient and then you use your gears to tailor your power output, kind of like how you would do on a normal trainer. But undoubtedly, the best thing about smart trainers is their ability to automatically alter the resistance that you feel at the pedals. So that might allow you to follow along to a course that you've already ridden, or indeed would like to ride at some point, or just take advantage of those third-party apps that we talked about earlier, like Zwift. And then what separates a good smart trainer from just an average one is the ability of the trainer to actually alter the resistance quickly, although not too quickly, and then also accurately. Now this one does change resistance quickly, so I'm told, and then its accuracy is definitely its ace card, because this has a built-in power meter that is accurate, so just plus or minus 1%. You don't just have to take Elite's word for it, because they sent off pre-production units to the Physikalisch-Technische Bundesanstalt, which, if you didn't already know, is a lab in Germany that tests for these things, and they gave Elite a certificate. Yeah. The way the power meter works is absolutely fascinating because it does away with the more usual strain gauges, and instead it has a pair of toothed discs that sit on either end of the axle, and their orientation to one another is monitored by optical sensors. So in practice, what this means is that you never need to zero your power meter, and it's completely unaffected by changes in temperature. Additionally, because of this design, and then also a cadence sensor, which I'm guessing is going to be inside this box, you can break the power data down into pedal stroke analysis, giving you data for up to 24 points per pedal stroke. And then, in order to interpret this data, we need to turn back to our app. We can use it in real time, or it will save all the data for later so that you can then digest it in real time whilst relaxing on the sofa post-workout. There are a load of useful graphs, but this one, the polar view, is particularly useful. Basically, at a glance, it will tell you how even or choppy your pedal stroke is by telling you exactly how many watts you are putting out at different points on the pedal stroke. And then there's this page here, which would be particularly useful in real time because as well as giving your power data, it also tells you a uniformity index, which is the ratio between peak power and average power per pedal stroke. Well, that is a serious bit of kit. So I imagine that right now you are dying to know how you can enter the competition to try to win this. Well, as ever, in the description beneath this video, there is a link. Click on that and you will get straight through to the competition. And then all you got to do is wait, because we will announce the winner in a forthcoming GCN show. And then in the meantime, well, you might as well start by subscribing to GCN if you don't already. It's completely free. And if you do it, it means that all the GCN content is just one click away. Yeah, that's worthwhile. And then if you're after more trainer content, some real-time indoor training videos, then why not click just down there or down there, because we have a couple there. You don't need a smart trainer, you just need to be prepared to suffer.